I'm Jessica Carey Webb. I'm an assistant professor in the Spanish and Portuguese department here at the University of New Mexico, specializing in Brazilian cultural studies. So I look at the Amazon region, the Brazilian Amazon in particular, but I really think of the Amazon in general as a transnational space where there's a lot of people in different cultures interacting throughout history into the present day. So I lived for a year in a small town in the Brazilian Amazon on a Fulbright grant just after I graduated college, and I was about 4 hours outside of the city Belém on the Atlantic coast of the Amazon. And one of the things that really struck me when I was there is before I moved there, I thought of the Amazon as, giant canopied trees and howling monkeys and, all kinds of really lush flora and fauna. And in my experience in the small town I was living in, it was surrounded by soy fields. And it looked a lot more like my home state of Michigan than what I would have imagined the Amazon rainforest to look like. Right now, my book project, which is the bulk of the research I'm working on, I look at the history of development in the Amazon and the history of different people from other places, such as Europe or outside of Brazil or the United States, coming into the Amazon and thinking about what they want to see for the future of the region. And in most cases, that means extraction of some kind of product for export. So I'm particularly focused on the rubber boom, the first rubber boom from about 1875 to 1912, more or less, and looking at narratives that all these different actors who aren't local Amazonians, but are really just travelers through the area, think should be done with both the development of the land and the development of the people of the Amazon. And so it's really this kind of colonial, imperialist view of the future of the Amazon region. And so what I'm trying to do with that on the one side is couple it with with counter narratives, right? With what people who are actually from the Amazon, what indigenous groups and native peoples see for the future of the region, and how they've fought against the kind of imperial structures that for a lot of history have been imposed on them. There's no easy, simple answer of thinking about, again, sustainability or what the future of the Amazon should be. There's no necessarily right answer. There's a lot of conflicting visions about the past and the future of the region, and I think it's in the complication, it's in those gray areas that is where you can start to listen to different voices and try to, have a more holistic understanding of possibilities, right? I'm asking a lot of different questions, and I'm not sure that I'm yielding very many answers, but I think that's also part of the process of research and of writing, right? And I'm really in the thick of it right now, so ask me in 5 months, and maybe I'll have a very succinct, this is the question I'm looking at. But it's really, I'm thinking about history and culture and the environment. The more you start to scratch the surface of something, the more you realize how much else there is and how little you know. It's a constant process of learning and of trying to discover and find more to learn from. And again, it's humility too. You gotta be humble because I don't know anything. I'd love to know more though, I think it's about asking questions too. That to me is the biggest process of learning. It's not about finding an answer, it's about, asking more questions and figuring out what questions to ask.